Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. This is Ron the Don right here. Today I'm gonna give you live. I'm gonna give you my thoughts about the debate that was a couple days ago. Okay. Now I gotta be careful what I say now because I posted up a video about the second wave of COVID earlier this week, and it got taken down because I was saying too much real shit, whatever. And I was revealing too much of their secret information and all that. So it took it down. So I gotta watch what I say. So I can't be raw and unfiltered the way I really want to be. But I should make do though. I should be alright though. But anyway, as far as the second debate goes the other night, like, what me as a liberal progressive, sorry I gotta say this, sorry I gotta disappoint y'all, but as a liberal progressive, I gotta be real and say what's real, right? As a liberal progressive, sorry I gotta say, but Trump got the best of Biden in that debate. Not that what he was saying, not that the information Trump was saying was 100% true, because I know half of it is bullshit anyway. We all know half of it is bullshit anyway. But as far as performance, overall performance, delivery, and of being convincing and detail and everything, Trump got the best. Trump got Biden on that one. You know, so at the end of the day, Trump did a good job at deflecting Biden's claims about the whole COVID-19 and how he was he's the blame for it. And it's true, Trump definitely is the blame for it. And because like he knew about it from earlier on. He knew about it early on, and he didn't do nothing. He reacted too late, because because at the end of the day, because he listened to supposedly he listened to Dr. Fauci, and he said he did a good job at deflecting blame on Dr. Fauci. And believe it or not, people, these so-called experts get it wrong sometimes too. So don't believe the hype. So at the end of the day, it's not just about Trump. It's all about his administration. So not to negate the fact that he didn't know about it from early on and that he could have reacted a lot quicker, but but hey, he did the same thing Bush did back in for 9/11. How he knew about the information. The Bush administration officials was notified about the information about 9/11 and about the potential attacks of 9/11, and he did nothing. Or the supposedly potential attacks about 9/11, and he did nothing either. So according to some sources, so it's pretty much the same thing. But I have my so-called theories and my thoughts about 9/11 anyway. But that's a whole nother video. But yeah, but it's the same thing. It's crazy how history always repeats itself. This is kind of similar to the John Kerry versus Bush campaign back in '04. You know, same thing, or like Al Gore and Bush back in 2000. So hopefully it won't be the election. We won't have the same outcome as 2000 and 2004 and all that. I mean, as far as it don't make a difference who wins in my eyes, because us as blacks, my Latinos and minorities, neither one of them is really gonna do shit for us anyway. So it really don't make a difference who wins. But like, hopefully it won't be the same chaotic mess. It won't be the same chaos as it was back in 2000. It probably will, because of this whole mail-in ballot thing and the whole COVID situation. The mail-in ballots. It probably will be just as much chaos as 2000. Who knows? But we'll find out. We'll find out when the time comes on November 4th after we get the results, or 5th, whichever. Okay, so yeah, so at the end of the day, yeah, Trump did a good job at deflecting Biden's claims. He did, and he made a couple true statements saying that Democratic states being a financial mess because they want to shut everything down, and it's true. We Democratic states, even including New York, we all in a financial mess because they want to shut things down, and like they say it's for COVID. They say it's for COVID purposes, but honestly, it's really election. It's really politics because if it was a Democratic president, if we had a Democratic president, would these Democratic states and cities would still want to shut things down from COVID if we had a Democratic president? That's the question you have to ask yourselves. I'm not claiming I don't claim I don't claim no political party because both me as a black man, as a minority, both parties has done me wrong anyway. Both parties has done us wrong anyway. So I'm not advocating for either or. I'm just saying they both full of shit. They both evil. They both full of shit. Neither one of them really care about us. They just trying to finesse us for our votes, especially now because of the whole Black Lives Matter movement. So I look at it that's how I look at it. Because the whole Black Lives Matter movement became so big that both parties is now trying to finesse us for our votes. But of course, the Democrats is doing it even more, of course, as always. And at the end of the day, we as black people, as blacks, Latinos, minorities, we gotta start looking out. We gotta start looking out for ourselves more. No, actually, we already do that. Excuse me. We got we gotta be more aware of about the political process, and we gotta be more aware of the political process, finance, and economics, because that's exactly how the news media gets us from us being vulnerable, That's exactly how they get us. When the more vulnerable and the less informed you are, the more likely they are to brainwash you. That's exactly what they do, or whatnot. So, one thing, that's exactly what it is, and they doing that with this whole COVID situation. That's exactly what they doing. They say coronavirus, everybody dying. They doing that. They preying on our fears of death. That's what they doing. But neither one of us gotta realize. But we gotta realize that no matter what, when it's your time, it's your time. That's exactly what they doing. Preying on our fears of death. But another thing is Trump said in the debate about the COVID situation is that Joe Biden is going to be quick to shut things down. It's true. He definitely will be quick to shut things down. If COVID cases was a spike by 1 or 2%, he's going to want to shut the whole economy down. And that's my biggest fear, because I don't want to be broke. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be broke, because the government will use any type of excuse to take jobs away from us. They'll use any excuse. And honestly, that's exactly what they did with this whole COVID situation, where they used that as an excuse to shut the economy down and take away our jobs and take money out of our pockets, food off our tables, and money from our families. They use COVID as an excuse. So it's all strategized. It was all strategized. Then they brainwash us to convince us that they keeping us safe. Like, how the fuck you keeping me safe when you taking money out my pockets and food off my table? How the fuck you keeping me safe? How the fuck they keeping us safe if we don't got food in our fridge or money in our pockets? How they keeping us safe? Would you keep me safe from living a good life? Shit, that's not something. That's something I want. I want to live a good life. I want to have. I want to have money. I want to be able to. I want to be able to chill. I want to be able to do things. Do what I want to do. That's not what I'm scared of. I'm scared of them taking away taking away our freedom. And that's exactly what they doing. The whole mass situation. So, but yeah, another thing Trump said was, yeah, okay, if you shut down the economy, how the fuck how are we gonna have a country if you shut down the economy? How are we gonna have a country? How are we gonna experience economic growth if we shut down the country? You know, and most of all, it's gonna put us black people, us black minorities, Latinos minorities, we gonna be the most vulnerable because every time there's a financial or climate tragedy or catastrophe, we always the first ones to go. We always the first ones to lose our jobs and be homeless. We're the most vulnerable because we always the first ones to go. You know, so that's the way they're trying to brainwash us. So if you shut down the economy, how are you gonna have a country? And that's why I'm scared that Joe Biden. I'm honestly scared Joe Biden is gonna try to shut down the country if coronavirus cases spike by 1%. So I definitely don't want that. Fuck the coronavirus, nigga. I'm scared of being broke. That's the thing I'm scared of. I'm scared of being broke. Fuck the coronavirus, nigga. I'm scared of not having food in my fridge. I'm scared of starving and going hungry. I'm scared of being homeless, living out on the street. That's what I'm scared of. Fuck a coronavirus, nigga. Fuck out of here. That's terror to me. Not having money in my pocket and not having food in my fridge. That's what I call terror. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of the homelessness virus. When you homeless and you living out in the street, you're exposed a lot more germs and bacteria. So you're if anything, you're more likely to catch the coronavirus when you're living out in the streets, sleeping on the sidewalks and the train stations and shit. You're more likely to catch the coronavirus that way, if you ask me. But hey, yeah, that's the media for you. They brainwash you. The media will have you believe in any little thing that they say. It could be complete bullshit, which really is most of the time complete bullshit. They have you believe in that. You know, so out of all the scandals from the Vietnam, Watergate, the crack epidemic back in the 80s, the welfare reform back in the 90s, the 9/11, the Iraq War, the financial crisis back in 2008, and now this. Time after time again, they have fed us false bullshit information. So what make you think they ain't doing that now? Think about that, people. Think about that. All right? Just think about that. Stay woke. You know, they have their own agendas and stuff like that with the whole mask wearing and bullshit, whatever. Why the fuck do we need to wear masks for when our body naturally fights off germs, bacteria, and most viruses? It's about health. It's about having a healthy immune system. So why the fuck we gotta wear masks for? Our bodies naturally fight shit off. So I don't understand how breathing in your own fucking carbon monoxide, or your own CO2, is helping you keep safe from the virus. You know, so like I said, I never a day in my life ever agreed with Trump, except until yesterday when he said about the the country. If you shut down the whole economy, how are you gonna have a country? If you shut down the economy, he's gonna implement all that good shit about having a public option and having this booming economy, the same economy that Obama had. If you shut down the economy, that means you're gonna have to raise taxes. So how you gonna raise taxes if the economy is shut down? What you gonna do? Raise taxes on the homeless? See, Biden, see, that's exactly what he's doing. This is exactly what the Democrats do time in and time out. They say all this good shit, but don't have a plan on how to implement it. Or their plan is unrealistic. Yeah, again, how you gonna implement all this shit, all this good shit if the economy is shut down, which something Joe Biden's quick to do. That's the thing, people, you gotta think. That's exactly why we have to learn. We have to educate ourselves more about finance and economics, because politics intertwines with that, finance and economics and taxes. Once we learn that, it won't. Once you learn that, it won't be as easy for the media to brainwash us. Okay. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. Remember, people, stay woke. Alright? Don't believe the bullshit. Like Flavor Flav said in Public Enemy, for Public Enemy, don't believe the hype. Alright? Take it easy. Take it easy, y'all. Good day.